We back in this thing. Top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. In light of Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, right? I've come up with 9 mental health tips for my guys out there. Because most of us, we suffer in silence, including myself. So here's a few things that, hey, if you do, your mental health gonna be right where it needs to be, man. Before I get into it, check out Wolf and Pooch, my other YouTube channel. If I give you any game, if you can relate in any way, hit that like button at the end and hit that subscribe button. It's free. All right, let's get into this G thing. So, the first mental health tip for my guys is talk about it. Whatever you're going through, man, talk about it. Because when you hold stuff in, it just gets worse, right? It's like filling up a balloon with water and you trying to hold it in. It's eventually going to pop. Just like you eventually gonna burst. It's okay to not be okay. Talk to friends. Talk to mental health professionals. Hey, go to therapy. Guys, you don't need to have an ego when it comes to going to therapy. Shit, I've been thinking about trying therapy out myself. And it's okay. Try it out. If it don't work, it don't work. You can always stop, but you will never know unless you try. So, it's okay to go to therapy. But you got to talk to somebody about whatever you're going through. You can't leave it in. Number 2, exercise regularly, right? At least, I would say at least 4 to 5 times a week. But if you can't do that, at least 2 to 3. Whatever you could, man. Whatever you could do. Um, See, when you exercise, it does a lot for your mental health. It's not just physical. It's actually more mental, right? Exercise boosts your mood. It reduces anxiety. It helps with your sleep. Even if you just go to the gym and work out for like 30 minutes, it don't have to be 2 hours, 3 hours. Nah, just start slow. Start small if you needed to, right? 30 minutes and then you good. That would have benefits in itself. But you want to get moving. Because for one, the body is naturally supposed to move. And then if you're busy moving, right, then you're not in your mind and you're not overthinking. So it helps in both ways. Number 3, you want to maintain strong relationships. Nurture your friendships, right? Go out with the boys. Iron sharpens iron. Don't isolate yourself. Isolation is a major risk factor for having poor mental health. You can't close yourself in. You can't be by yourself because you're not going to be by yourself. You're going to be in the company of your thoughts. And we all know our thoughts can really have a negative effect on us if we just stuck in our head. So you don't want to isolate. You need to be out with family. You need to be out with your boys. You need to deepen and nurture these relationships because we're human, right? And we're supposed to be around other humans. Like, that's why people are here. Imagine if you was the last person on earth. You'd probably go crazy. So take advantage of the people around you and really build like a strong support system. You know? Number 4, sleep well. A lot of us don't sleep well, right? A lot of us, including myself, only get like 5 hours, if that. Nah, go to bed a little earlier. Put down the phone. Stop scrolling. Do what you need to do so you can get that correct amount of sleep. 7 to 9 hours of good sleep, right? Poor sleep is linked to depression, anxiety. You're going to become irritated more easier. And then you wonder why you go to work and you cussing everybody out. You ain't getting no sleep last night, man. And it comes down to the small shit, just like that. But it's very important. Sleep is very important. Number 5, you got to limit the alcohol and avoid drugs. Now, me personally, I'm on an alcohol break right now. Partly because some medication I'm taking. But another part is I just needed a break, man. I just needed a break. It comes down to you'll find yourself like using the liquor or using drugs to mask the stress, right? To mask the pain. And then in the long run, just gonna make your mental health worse. Like temporarily, you may be cool, having a good time, but in the long run, you're gonna be even more depressed, right? So you gotta limit the alcohol. It's okay to have a drink every now and then, but it shouldn't be all day or even every day, right? And that's real. And it's a habit that can easily form. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful. Um, as far as weed, shit, smoke a little weed, man. I said, I know I do. But here's the thing: you can't overindulge in it, especially if it keeps you from being productive, and all you're doing is being lazy with it. Like if you're able to handle it, hey, do it. But if you can't handle it, put it down, man. Put that shit down. Number 6, and this probably should have been number 1, but pray. This is gonna help your mental health, man. And if you don't believe in God, hey, do some meditation, I guess. But for me, prayer, right? Giving my problems to God. Because here's the thing. God is God for a reason. We're only human. We can't handle this all by ourselves, right? Sometimes your friends ain't gonna be there to help you out. Sometimes your family ain't gonna be there to help you out. Sometimes your partner ain't gonna be there to help you out. But God always gonna be there. So turn to God. Just the other day, I prayed to God, Lord, you know what I'm going through. I'm going through this, but I'm going to give this to you. I'm going to give my problems to you, and I'm not going to stress. I'm not going to overthink. I'm not going to be depressed over whatever I'm going through because I gave my problems to him. And that's what you do. That's why you build a prayer life with God. That's why you talk to him. He knows what you're going through, but you got to invite him in to work on your behalf. So, hey, a prayer life, a prayer relationship with God, that's the way to go. Number 7, set purpose and set goals, right? See, when you don't have a sense of direction, you end up, it's hard to wake up in the morning, right? Because you just do the same thing. You end up in the same cycle. Oh, I'm going to get up, I'm going to smoke, I'm going to play video game, or I'm going to get up, I'm going to go to work, come home, sit on the couch, go back to sleep. No, you have to have a purpose. You have to have goals that you're knocking off because you have to give this life meaning. You don't just want to be flowing in the wind, right? You want to wake up with a sense of purpose. Like, you know what? I'm here for a reason. Whatever that reason may be, you got to find it, right? But you need that meaning. And this could come from work, personal growth. You could be helping out in the community, trying to start a business, trying to lose weight. Whatever your goals are, work on them and focus on them. Because when you knock each goal off, that's going to help your mental health. That's going to build confidence, right? That's going to put you in a better mood. That's a dopamine hit all on its own. Just being successful, knocking out your goals, having a purpose. That gives you the best dopamine hit you can ask for. So write down your goals and keep track and knock them off one at a time. Number 8, you got to challenge the negative thoughts that you have. We're human. We're going to have negative thoughts. They're going to come, but you don't identify with them, right? You don't start to believe them. No, you cast them down. Don't even pay no mind. You know how sometimes people be talking and go one ear out the other? Same with your thoughts. Let your thoughts just go, pass by like the clouds in the sky. Let them just pass by and you just observe. You don't have to relate to it, right? You don't have to accept it. You got to watch for patterns of self-criticism and that hopelessness. You got to watch out because constant patterns like that will lead you down a dark hole and make you want to isolate. And we already talking about you ain't supposed to just be isolating yourself. It's okay to have time to yourself, but don't have too much time to where all you doing is just living in your head. All right. Number 9 and the last one, take the time to reflect and check in with yourself. Ask yourself, you good? Like, really, really ask yourself, man. Like, you have to. The most important relationship you have is with yourself. So you have to take the time to reflect on your state of emotions or your mental state. Really just be like, why am I feeling like this? Or how am I feeling right now? Or do I need to, I don't know, go get professional help? Do I need to talk to somebody? Really just take the time to do like that deep dive into yourself. Because a lot of us, we don't want to do that. It's scary, right? We'll rather be distracted than to really go inside ourselves and figure out what's wrong and tear down all these walls that we got built up and really work on ourselves. That take a lot of work. We like, nah, I'm good out there. I'd rather go to the club than do that. But here's the thing, that club, once it's over and the lights come on, whatever is still in there is still gonna be in there. You have to deal with it the next day. Then you got to keep going to the club, and guess what? You still gonna have to deal with your issues, right? You could keep drinking, but guess what? You still gonna have to deal with your issues. You keep smoking, you could keep sleeping around, but you still gonna have to deal with your issues. So it's good to just reflect and dive in, and that's the way we become better. That's the way we become better. So those were 9 things, 9 mental health tips for my guys to do on the daily. Really focus and work on these things. And I promise your mental health will be way better. If you made it this far, I want you to type men's mental health because it gets overlooked. Let's be real. And part of that is our fault because we hold it in and we don't talk about it enough. But hey, it definitely is definitely important. A lot of dudes are struggling right now and ain't telling nobody. So check on your fellas, man. Make sure you really take the time to lift up your fellow man. Know that iron sharpens iron, and we need each other at the end of the day, right? So until the next video, you already know what it is, man. It's lit.